We now pass to Thucydides. I had a telephone call from a school in a fairly underprivileged part of London last September saying that they had a pupil for A-level Greek, that's pre-university entrance, and needed a bit of help. Could I come along? And to my delight and horror, the unseen author was Thucydides, the most difficult of all Greek authors. So I was plunged into teaching this pupil how to translate Thucydides effectively, and after a long period this was quite a challenge for me as well as for him. So I am now much more up to date with Thucydides, and I look forward to hearing about Pericles' funeral speech, his epitaph from Maria M.E.Giatrakou.
Honorable President of the Hellenic Association of Classical Studies, member of the Athens Academy, Professor Mr. Nikolaos Konomis. Honorable President of Euroclassica, Mr. John Bulwer. Distinguished members of the executive committees of all these associations and selected participants. Pericles Epitaph, funeral oration, is an extract from the historical work of the greatest Athenian historian, Thucydides. Pericles was deputed according to the law to deliver this oration over the fallen Athenians who followed the first campaign of the Peloponnesian War between Sparta and Athens at the end of the summer of 431 before Christ. This oration is really a hymn, a paean to the Athenian democracy, the Athenians' brilliant cultural, educational, justice and other achievements, and it shows the love of the Athenians for freedom and the diachronic values of life. The educational and literary value of this epitaph has attracted the admiration of the people of the whole world. Democracy as a concept and as a specific political context was first devised and practiced in Greece in the ancient city of Athens. Pericles made more perfect Clisthenes system of government, leaving it as a prototype and unique heredity to the humanity. Thanks to his inspiration and his lighted spirit. The epitaphs in Athens followed a long tradition to honor the dead of the wars, not only ergo with actions, but also logo, praising them with oration. It is thanks to the historian Thucydides we have an imaginative recreation of the oration. The Parthenon and the Epitaph are the two testimonies to the extraordinary achievements of the ancient Athenians and remind people of their roots and the fine qualities of a political system that we should not only acknowledge and pay homage to, but day after day on a personal and on a collective level endeavor to maintain and transform into a constantly strengthening reality. In this epitaph, it is clear the very idea of the Athenian democracy to which our contemporary world aspired regarding its archetypical institution and political aims. The ideas and practices of the epitaph have been used by every democratic regime. Referring to this funeral oration, let's hope that we are giving back to the roots of democracy, hoping to contribute in preserving democracy in an everlasting reality. The historian Thucydides left us one of the greatest inheritances of the humanity, giving Athens the work of Pericles a worldwide fame from spiritual, cultural, political, educational point of view. The official burial ceremony took place in the cemetery of Keramikos, what we call today in Greek Demosion Sima. The history, the society and the culture of Athens in the classical period are connected with the democratic system of government and have attracted the unrevealed admiration and deserve such an attention. Thanks to democracy, we have a flowering of the Athenian culture, which was the model to be followed by those states who wanted to give democracy a try. Arts, architecture, sculpture, drama and philosophy flourished in Athens and continued flourishing during the Peloponnesian War. In the prelude of the epitaph, Pericles expresses the cautiousness for who is to speak with reference to the admirable brave actions of the dead, although he cannot find the suitable words. In the first part of this oration, he mentions the ancestors, recalling in memory what they did, and with their valor they transmitted up to that time of free state, underlining that thanks to them and their fathers, they required the empire they possessed and strengthened it, contributing to the sufficiency both in peace and in war. The historical Thucydides and Pericles, the leader of the Athenian democracy, love Athens with such a passion, donated to it perfection it had in the older times. Pericles concentrates his thought on the greatness of all Athens. Athens owes its superiority, above all, to its ideal system of government, which does not emulate the institution of its neighbors, but on the contrary, its laws are a model which some follow rather than being imitation of other people's. Χρώμεθα γάρ πολιτεία, ούζι λούσι τους των πέλαν νόμους. Παράδειγμα δε μάλλον αυτιόντες, τη συν ή μιμούμενοι εταίρους, και όνομα μεν διατομίες ολίγους, αλλες πλοίον ασικήν, δημοκρατία κέκλειται. In this chapter, 37, it underlines the heart of the laws and the political system of Athens, that is democracy. It is time that our government is called a democracy because its administration is in the hands not only of the few, but of the many. Pericles also refers to an exemplary state of justice, where all the citizens are on an equality in front of the laws for the settlement of their private disputes as regards the value set on them. It is as each man is in any way distinguished that is, he is preferred to public honors, not because of personal merits, nor again on the ground of poverty is a man barred from a public career by obscurity of rank, if he but has it in him to do the state a service. Athens created laws which did not copy out from others, but on the contrary, the other states imitate them as a model willingly. Pericles governed as the first citizen among the others, εγίγνε τότε λόγω μεν δημοκρατία, έργο δε υπό του πρώτου ανδρός αρχή. Pericles in his oration uses first plural number, showing also in this way the democratic system of the Athenian government. He also refers that Athens is the highest educational source of the whole Greece. Διαφέρομεν των εναντίον, φιλοκαλούμεν, φιλοσοφούμεν, πλούτο χρώμεθα, always first plural number to show that all the Athenians took part in the government. And we are alone regarding the man who takes no part in public affairs, not as one who minds his own business, but as good for nothing. Μόνοι γάρ τον ούκα πραγμόνα, αλλά χρίον νομίζομεν. Pericles also speaks for the unique perfection of the Athenian citizens with the absolute self-sufficiency and happiness. All the Athenians contributed to the harmony of the Athenian society and moreover enjoyed all the happy chances of life, on the contrary to the severe and frugal life of Spartans. The Athenians have beautiful houses, organizing celebrations, introducing all the goods from various places of the world, even during the war affairs. The Athenians also live free and relaxed in peace. They have the city to all the world, never excluding anyone from living or seeing anything which an enemy might profit by observing, if it were not kept from his side, for we place our dependence not so much upon revenge devices to deceive as upon the converge which springs from our souls when we are called action. Pericles criticizes the Spartans, underlining the superiority of the Athenians regarding the military education. The Athenians have conquered the time and the place. The artistic creations of the Athenians are famous and decorate not only the Greek but the museums of the whole world. Pericles also praises the benefactors more than those who have accepted the beneficence, but it is only by receiving kindness, but by conferring it, that we acquire by friends. Pericles also makes a summary of this oration, emphasizing on the fact that Athens is a school and spiritual center of the whole Greece. Ξινελών τε λέγω, την τε πάσαν πόλην της Ελλάδος, πέδευσιν είναι. In this oration it is also clear that the Athenians achieved everything with their mentality, that is, their achievements regarding freedom, philosophy, education, arts, civilization, and Athens is the unique state when it is tried on is proved to be superior than her fame, without mere to sing or praise, nor even another poet whose verses may perhaps delight for the moment only. Pericles advises those who are still alive and expresses diachronical truths. Ανδρών γάρ επιφανών, πάσα γη τάφος. After addressing Pericles' advice to the children, the brothers and the widows of the dead Athenians, in a very realistic way, underlines also their virtue, believing they will contribute to the glory of the state. Pericles promises that the state will care for the children of the dead, upbringing and educating them with public expenses, giving in this way also a model of social care for the whole world. It was Thucydides, the greatest Athenian historian of the world, regarding the historical truth, the methodology, and the objective way of writing, who saved us Pericles' funeral oration as he had heard it from Pericles. Thanks to both these men, Thucydides and Pericles, the leader of the Athenian democratic state, that they left to Europe and to the whole humanity this classical masterpiece of the golden Periclean age, containing ideas and practices upon which every contemporary democratic regime is founded. It is really an everlasting classical treasure and one of the most important contributions of Hellenism to Europe and to the humanity. Thank you.
Thank you, Maria Eleftheria. Thucydides is very much in vogue amongst political science teachers and international relations teachers who often quote Thucydides in translation and often attribute sentences to Thucydides that he never wrote. So it is very good to be taken back to the original text and to discuss Thucydides as he actually has survived.